Admissions and amp. Confessions. You're sitting inside a quiet police station. The fan is spinning slowly. Ravi is nervous, sweating, unable to make eye contact. The officer leans forward and asks calmly, "Did you go near the shop yesterday?" Ravi hesitates, then says softly, "Yes, I went there." That one sentence changes everything. He didn't say he committed any crime. He didn't admit guilt. But still, what he said can now be used against him. This is called an admission under the law of evidence. An admission is simple. It's when you say something that goes against your own interest, something that puts you in a risky position. It's like your own words slowly turning against you. Now imagine a different moment. The officer's tone becomes sharper. "Tell the truth, Ravi." Ravi breaks down. Fear takes over. And he says, "Yes, I stole the money." That moment is different. That is not just an admission anymore. That is a confession. A confession is when a person clearly accepts guilt in a criminal case. It's direct, powerful, and dangerous. Here's the truth you should never forget. Every confession is an admission, but not every admission is a confession. An admission creates suspicion. A confession confirms the crime. But the story doesn't end there. Now think about this. What if Ravi didn't confess freely? What if the officer said, "Confess, or things will get worse for you"? Ravi, scared and helpless, says, "Okay, I did it." Can this be used in court? No, because the law understands something very human. Fear can make innocent people say things they never did. If a confession is made because of threat, pressure, or promise, it becomes worthless. Under the law, a confession must be free, voluntary, and made with a clear mind. Now comes the most important twist. What if Ravi tells the police directly, "I committed the crime"? Still, the court does not trust it. Why? Because confessions made to police are generally not admissible. The law is cautious. It knows power can be misused. But there's one small exception. If Ravi says, "I hid the knife under my bed," and the police go there and actually find the knife, then that part becomes valid. Not the full confession, only the part that led to discovery. This is where truth meets proof. Now, behind all these rules, there's a deeper human reason. Sometimes people confess because they are tired. Sometimes because they are scared. Sometimes because they think they have no choice. The law stands in between power and vulnerability. It says, a confession is only meaningful when it comes from truth, not fear. That's the difference. An admission is a step closer to suspicion. A confession is a step into guilt. But only a voluntary confession is a step toward justice. If this made you see law in a real way, not just as sections, but as human behavior, then like, share, and subscribe to Law Ignite. Because law is not just about rules, it's about people, pressure, and truth.